Thanks for being there. This is Business News coming to you live from our Refill studio. My name is Keramun Gukas. The federal government is deepening negotiations to secure up to $5.7 billion in strategic investments from China across critical sectors of the economy, the Minister of Finance said on Monday. In a statement issued after a meeting in Abuja, the minister revealed that the Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, received a high-level delegation from CGL Group in Abuja, led by Orji Kalu, as Nigeria moves to secure up to $5.7 billion in strategic investments across power, mining, and industrial manufacturing. According to the statement, the proposed funding is expected to cover energy generation, mineral development, and industrial production. The engagement, it explained, forms part of broader efforts to expand productive capacity and reposition the economy through carefully targeted foreign direct investments. The statement added that the discussions are backed by reforms under Bola Tinubu and reflect rising investor confidence in Nigeria's economic direction. It further noted that the talks align with the country's wider economic strategy, particularly the transition from raw imports to domestic production, with emphasis on strengthening energy security, industrial capacity, and long-term economic growth. The Nigerian naira maintained a steady stance against the US dollar in the early hours of Tuesday, February 24, 2026, as the Nigerian foreign exchange market reflected the impacts of sustained central bank interventions. Real-time data shows that the local currency navigating a tight range, bolstered by a significant narrowing of the spread between official and market rates. In the official window, the naira opened at 1,344.65 per dollar, holding firm following a close of 1,343.81 at the end of Monday's session. Intraday activity has seen the currency fluctuate between a high of 1,342.50 and a low of 1,346.87. Market liquidity remains a key driver of this stability. Trading volumes have been supported by the Central Bank of Nigeria's recent framework, allowing licensed bureau de change operators to purchase up to $150,000 weekly. This policy has successfully decentralized dollar access, easing the concentrated demand that previously spiked rates in the official window. The parallel market continues to show signs of rate convergence, with the dollar trading at approximately 1,335 to 1,345 per dollar in various regional hubs. Interestingly, in some segments of the informal market, the naira has traded slightly stronger than the official rate, a rare phenomenon attributed to improved price discovery and the mopping up of excess retail demand. Traders in Lagos and Abuja note that the panic buying weakness in previous years has largely dissipated. The current alignment of rates suggests that the central bank's efforts to harmonize the market are gaining significant traction, providing a more predictable environment for businesses and individual travelers. Several factors are providing a supportive backdrop for the naira this Tuesday, to include easing inflation. Headline inflation slowed for the 10th consecutive month, reaching 15.10% in January 2026. This disinflationary trend, particularly in the food and energy sectors, has reduced the domestic pressure on the exchange rate. Foreign reserve accretion. Nigeria's external reserves have strengthened to approximately $47.81 billion, providing the CBN with a robust buffer to manage market volatility. Oil production recovery. Increases in domestic crude oil production recently recorded at 1.46 million barrels per day have improved foreign exchange inflows, further stabilizing the balance of payments. As the trading day continues, analysts expect the exchange rates to remain within the 1,340 to 1,350 range. The market's attention is now turning toward the upcoming Monetary Policy Committee (MPC) meeting, where stakeholders anticipate further guidance on interest rate trajectories. The Joint Revenue Board has said more than 98% of taxpayers who retrieved their tax identification numbers through the newly launched national portal reported a seamless experience, according to a survey conducted by its help desk team. The board disclosed this in a press statement issued earlier titled "Taxpayers Thumbs Up New Tax ID Portal" as JRB races on with implementation of tax reforms. The Tax ID portal, jointly managed by the Joint Revenue Board and the Nigerian Revenue Service, was launched on January 1st, 2026 as Nigeria's centralized taxpayer database. The platform enables individuals to generate a unique 13-digit tax ID using their national identity number, while businesses can retrieve theirs with registration numbers issued by the Corporate Affairs Commission and other designated government agencies. The initiative is part of efforts to harmonize fragmented taxpayer records across federal and state systems into a single database aimed at improving coordination, strengthening revenue administration, and enhancing data security. It also forms part of the ongoing fiscal and tax reforms under President Bola Tinubu's administration. The Rural Electrification Agency has secured a $700,000 grant from the ECOWAS Commission to electrify 15 public health and education institutions across the country using solar photovoltaic systems. The funding support followed the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the agency and the ECOWAS Commission on Monday under the Regional Off-Grid Electricity Access Project. According to a statement by the agency, the agreement provides grant funding from ECOWAS for the electrification of public health and education facilities located in the Federal Capital Territory, Niger State, and Nasarawa State. Following the signing of the MOU with ECOWAS, the REA was said to have also entered into a separate agreement with the Niger State government to facilitate state-level collaboration and co-financing for selected project sites within the state. The ECOWAS partnership, it was learned, marks the formal commencement of Nigeria's pilot implementation phase under the Regional Off-Grid Electricity Access Project, a regional initiative supported by the World Bank to expand off-grid electricity access across West Africa. Speaking at the signing ceremony, the managing director of the REA, Dr. Abba Adiyu, described the agreement as a demonstration of regional driving national development. And that's a wrap on business news. Don't forget to stay tuned for News Track at 2 p.m. Thanks for watching.